You seem to still be up there somewhere.
Maybe I am. There are flying saucers.
Supposing they're Martians or something in there.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Weird Wednesday. I'm SubmitWeird, and this is...
Cassie.
Cassie, it's your birthday!
It is. I'm old.
Oh my gosh, you're old!
I am.
How does it feel?
Like yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't ever get any different. You know, the first fear was hitting 30, right? And then we did, and it's like, oh shit, well that didn't change anything.
No. But now it just goes by so fast.
It does. Yeah, it does. It feels like it anyway, right? That is, that's what they tell you. It just keeps coming year after year, you know.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, so.
Right? Guess I'm lucky then.
Good reason to celebrate. Well, happy birthday. Everybody go wish Cassie a happy birthday.
Thank you.
She decided to spend it with me, and I feel so honored.
Of course.
So,
We went and had Mexican right before. So,
okay.
got a little birthday dinner.
Taking some chances.
Oh, I love Mexican food.
Oh, me too. Yeah, no, I tear that shit up. Well, how was your weekend? How was your pre-birthday weekend?
You know what? This, that all those freaking newses about the weather gonna be horrible Saturday kind of like dulled my plans. We didn't do anything because we thought it was gonna storm really bad, and some places it did, but not here. We didn't get anything.
Wow. Yeah, we didn't.
We got some wind and some rain for like 20 minutes, and that was it. No buildup, no aftermath, nothing.
Well, it's coming tomorrow, so.
That's what they say.
Well, it will have already been here by the time people hear it, so I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
Saying it was terrible. It was worst storm of the century.
Yeah, my house, the roof got ripped off. You want to send money to my GoFundMe page?
Yeah. Patreon.com/Wednesdays Talk. We need a new roof for Cassie's house.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah,
Please don't do that. I'm not begging.
New Patreon this week. What's up, guys? What just stop? We were so excited.
I don't know. I just posted the 3rd chapter to Birds too in the Patreon, so there's a new one out there, guys.
You got to check that out. And I promise you, before this episode drops, the June monthly movie review is up. So I'm just saying, you guys want.
Is it up?
It's for the listeners, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you guys want to check that out. We're posting another one too this month. So
soon.
Just saying.
And then next Thursday is our monthly meetup.
Our monthly meetup's coming. You got to make sure that you are in on that. We do our art giveaway, and you got to be a Patreon member to partake. But anyway, so it was good, but you still had a good weekend, right? Sitting at home.
Oh yeah, I did a ton of like. Actually, you know what? I focused on. I downloaded this app to like tell me what I need to clean in my house because.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been this busy consistently in my whole life until like me and Brandon moved to Millersburg, and I don't know how to time and manage my priorities correctly because I know what I want to do and I know what I need to do, but I don't know how to put that together. It all gets done, but I could be up at all hours of the night doing it, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I understand.
So I spent a lot of Saturday doing these cleaning lists for each room of the house so I can get it, because it like tells you like, okay, this needs cleaned once a week, this needs cleaned once a month, this needs cleaned every 6 weeks. So I kind of tried to get everything like from to where it was supposed to be. So my house was like clean, which my house isn't dirty. It's basically just me and Brandon in this huge house. But we have a corgi who it's that time of the year where his bottom coat is shedding. So there's just dog hair everywhere. And I could attach a vacuum to him and it still wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Is it Sweepy?
It is I don't know what it's called.
I use Sweepy, and it pretty much does the same thing. And I enjoy that because there's shit that you don't think about that like needs clean too, like your baseboards and your light switches. You know.
It's Sweepy.
Yep, Sweepy. It's the shit. I like that it gives the recommendation on the time frames and stuff.
Right, and it gives you like red, yellow, and green zones, so you know where you got to get your ass moving.
Oh yeah, I use it every day.
I like it.
So if you're trying to get your life together, check out the Sweepy app. Not sponsored, but maybe in the
We're
future.
taking applications, Sweepy. Come
We
on.
will absolutely, yeah. If you want to pay us to talk about you every week, we sure will.
And I have and I'm sure your place is like this too, like from all the shows we go to and collect stuff, like I got a lot of stuff that needs dusted all the time.
Yeah, I have a lot of little projects of things that I want to do that I just haven't done, and especially now with the impending move, right? It's like now I feel like I'm stuck.
Right.
I don't want to do anything yet until I need to, but it's just how it works. I mean, and then my brain is just, I don't know. I like having the app because it tells me exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And I just kind of need that.
Yeah, me too.
So
but then I got a lot of drawings done.
Very nice.
I tried to get everything organized to where I'm not carrying like 50 tubs with me of stuff because I have to do it all by myself. It's hard as shit, especially if it's hot outside. Oh my God, I'm a mess before the show even starts and I look like a freaking bum and trying to sell stuff to people. It's horrible. Then I did watch Ready or Not 2.
Okay.
So good. First one was better, but not by a lot. It was just better because you didn't know what was coming. Second one, you kind of knew like the storyline and what was about to happen and stuff, but it was still so good. Definitely recommend those two movies, Ready or Not and Ready or Not 2. Both of them, awesome. And then I watched Undertone, and Undertone sucked ass.
Haven't heard of that one.
So it's about a podcast. Podcast is called Undertone, and they go into these like little kids' old school nursery rhymes and play them backwards, and about like the secret messages in them and stuff. So slow, so boring. I listened to the Fright Reels podcast, and they were so excited about seeing it in theaters because he was waiting on it for like over a year. And then he said it sucked ass too. So I texted him today. I'm like, yeah, Undertone sucked. He's like, I tried to warn you. Well, I had to see for my fucking self. Sorry, Jimbo.
He was right, though.
You were right. I give you props. You're definitely good at your job. And then what else? I got my show next weekend. The first Haunted Garage Sale and Hearst Cruise Inn, Wellington, Ohio, Lorain County Fairgrounds, from 10 to 4. It's gonna be freaking huge. I hope I get set up super early because I want to take pictures of the supernatural car baby and the mystery van and the black phone, the van, and there's just a bunch of stuff I want to do. Plus, I have to look for stuff to buy because I am a Halloween junkie.
Yeah, and I might be there.
Yeah,
I really might.
Ashley and Will and Will's girlfriend and
probably Will's girlfriend. Yep. And so I mean, just saying, you guys want to come out?
Whole gang might be there for sure.
We're gonna be there causing.
I'll have Ashley's books. Get her to sign it if she's there.
That's true. I will sign your books at no extra cost if you show up. So just
and
saying.
Then awesome news, which if people know me, they get this. And I don't give a shit what you say about Ghost Adventures. Ghost Adventures is my jam because I love Aaron Goodwin. And he's going to be at CryptidCon this year as a guest. And you better believe my ass will be in that line to get me a $20, $30 autograph and picture. I don't give a shit. I will be there.
You think he's going to charge for autographs and stuff?
They all charge.
At these events, though?
I think they make them charge because the only person I have ever met at one of these cryptid events that did not charge is Cliff Barackman. Every single person charges at least $20 for their autograph.
That's insane.
We spent probably, I don't even know how long this was, 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, when we went to Lexington for the first CryptidCon that we went to. We took the kid to see Mountain Monsters because he was big into that back in the day when they were all together. Spent like $300 because each one of the guys was like $20 to get their autograph.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I think I was there. That was like after COVID, CryptidCon, wasn't it?
No, this one was before COVID.
Yeah, never mind. No, I wasn't there for that one.
Super cool event.
It
I
is
get
a
to
lot of
see all
fun.
my friends. I don't care. I'll hang out with like Holly and all of them. Like I don't give a shit. I want to see all my friends,
Right.
but I will get Aaron Goodwin's autograph because I'm a Ghost Adventures junkie, and it's not for Zach Baggins.
Wow. I'll probably be there too. So,
Yeah.
not as a participant. They haven't asked me to speak. Don't know why.
Yeah, they go for like the famous people.
Well, I don't know. They had Ron and Joe there. And I'm not saying Ron and Joe aren't great, but I'm just saying.
But like, Ron and Joe are everywhere,
They are everywhere.
and they should be everywhere.
Yeah. Very, very much deserved. Wild Weird West Virginia. In case you guys don't follow Ron and Joe, you're fucking missing out. Great human beings, great researchers. They are fantastic.
Super cool setup at events. Just go talk to them. They'll show you all kinds of shit you've never even heard of.
Yeah, no, their talks are really cool. I don't know if you've ever gotten to sit in one.
I've never been able to because I'm always vending.
Yeah, no, they do like so as they're giving the talk and they're going over because their big thing is collecting data and they do it the right way. As they're talking about said data, like they come with the receipts, like they put QR codes up for shit that you can research on your own, like to like I said, receipts for this is where this data comes from. Like this,
Right.
it's really cool. They do an awesome job. So yeah, very exciting. That's what November? Is it still November?
November 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Those couple of those 3 days.
Yeah, I'll probably.
But I saw that you visited Jeff Craig's dog this weekend.
I did. Yeah, I did. I had a visit with Jeff Craig's dog. Only, not Jeff Craig. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He was there.
I didn't see any pictures of Jeff Craig, but I saw his dog.
Jeff Craig's dog was there. Yeah, Jeff had gotten a hold of me, and me and Jeff were in proximity. He's not far. He's probably maybe 50 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
And so he had gotten a hold of me, and he's planning for Frogman.
Sorry, let me interrupt real quick. Everybody listening knows Jeff Craig. Everybody knows we love Jeff Craig. He's one of our greatest people friends ever.
Yeah.
Speaking at Mothman this year, congratulations, Jeff Craig.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
It's
about the Loveland Frogman at Mothman Festival.
At Mothman Festival. He so I've known this for a very long time because Jeff Walmsley, when he was at Frogman Festival, asked both me and Jeff to speak at that year's Mothman. Jeff couldn't go to that year's Mothman. So he still reserved a spot for the following year, which of course he said yes to, because of course you will. So yeah, congratulations, Jeff, once again. Even though, but it was a tough, that was a hard secret to keep for a long time.
Oh, I bet. I didn't even know. Good job.
So good for him. But yeah, I met up with Jeff Craig. Of course we talked Frogman Festival, kind of what's coming up. It is shaken out so far to be an all female speakers.
For Frogman?
For Frogman, yep.
Wow.
And I don't think that wasn't really done on purpose. Jeff definitely chooses people based off of, quality content. It just happened to be this year, who he likes to do new people, right? And so he wants to give smaller voices a chance, which I think is amazing. You don't get that. We just talked about that, right? CryptidCon, they with the bigger people. But Jeff's not that way. And
well, who cares? Even if he is that way and he did it on purpose, like nobody ever does that. Good for you.
Yeah, nobody. I can't name one all-female convention. So, but yeah, so far, and of course he's got more people he's got to ask. So don't quote me yet on the people who are confirmed, but because it's still March 2027, so we got time.
Right.
But yeah, exciting stuff.
What else did you do?
I also went to Uranus Fudge Factory.
I love it.
Got my fudge packed. Yeah. Got my Uranus fudge. No, it was super neat. Have you ever been? Have you heard of this place?
So we drove by it on our way to and from Royal Rumble a couple years ago, and we were going to stop there on the way back, and we completely drove past it and forgot. And then like 5 minutes later, we see all the wrestlers like posting that they're there, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they have several locations. So we went to the one in Richmond, Indiana,
Okay.
and
Well, we
man,
went. Indianapolis was where Royal Rumble was.
oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, you did pass it
Hmm.
on the way through. It was great. It was really fantastic. They had dinosaurs,
Yeah.
giant fucking dinosaurs outside that
Mhm.
moved and shit. Like I took a selfie with them, but it doesn't capture the movement in the selfie.
Right.
They have like big displays of stuff. They've got like a Zoltar machine to get your fortune read. Which is
That's
always one of my
awesome.
favorites. Yeah. The inside is great. Everything, of course, they've got Uranus jokes everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's like a phone number that you can text and you can get a silly message back about making an appointment with their proctologist.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun for being just a candy factory. Well, and it's not just, they don't just have fudge, they have all kinds of stuff, really gimmicky stuff, of course, merchandise, with t-shirts that say I love Uranus and things
Mhm.
of that nature.
And if I remember correctly, like you can see it right off the highway, and it's like there's nothing around it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the only thing that's there.
Just a big sign that says Uranus.
Yeah, a huge sign that says Uranus. Yep, and it very much looks like just a not a dilapidated building, but not like fancy. It's not fancy. It's very
Right.
homely.
It looks like one of those like places you stumble upon in the desert that has a
Yeah.
bunch of cool shit.
Yeah. And it was really cool. So we had tons of fun doing that, of course. That was a good time. I didn't spend as much money as I thought I would, which is good, but
Right.
surprising.
Oh, I fucking did. I went crazy this weekend.
But yeah, I was very exhausted. By the time we got done with the day, I had already hung out with Jeff Craig for a while, and then we got on the road and drove
Did Jeff
there.
Craig
And
go to Uranus with you?
he did not.
Oh.
Jeff Craig did not want to go inside of Uranus.
Okay.
Well, the soul was willing. He definitely wanted to. But I kind of sprung it on him, right?
Mhm.
So that invited him to Uranus kind of last minute. Well, I guess I didn't
It's
really
like, oh
invite him.
man, I don't got my vest on.
He didn't have his vest, right? Exactly. He didn't have his vest. He was ill prepared, and he had a dog with him. So
Right.
I don't know if they have dog there.
Dogs might like Uranus too. You never know.
Dogs, I think, yeah, I think Uranus is dog friendly.
Mhm.
But they got to be mindful of what they consume. But yeah, they have a whole ice cream shop and
You
everything
probably
too.
can't eat everything in Uranus.
No, they can't. They can't. My favorite was they had signs all over outside. It said "Keep Uranus clean."
You should have got one.
I don't know if you could buy one of those.
They have them everywhere outside, but they didn't have a gift shop with them in it.
To say no, they had a lot of Uranus stuff, but they had like all kinds of things. They had like the Uranus mortuary. We bury him deep. They
Yes.
many fudge packing jokes. I did not make a fudge packing joke. I don't know if Will and Co got this off of something that they saw, but they kept saying it's bigger than I imagined. It's just pretty good. I mean, there was tons of them, so tons of jokes, but it was a great time. Yeah, it was really fun. Would definitely go back again, just because, just because.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. It's just so many little things out there, little tiny joys that we don't really take advantage of, and Uranus is definitely worth taking advantage of. So,
Of course.
you know.
Who wouldn't want to take advantage of Uranus?
But yeah, that was my weekend. It was good. It was a good time.
Good.
I enjoyed
What
it.
is that grocery store they have down there in Cincinnati? Like Jungle something?
Jungle Gyms. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go there.
There's two of them. But yeah, it is very impressive. It's really wild. Whenever someone brings up jungle gyms, I like to bring up the shark that was found in right on the bank of the Miami River here.
Okay.
Somebody found a fucking shark head, a whole shark head, and nobody knew where the fucking it came from because we're in Ohio. We're landlocked.
Right.
Well, it turns out somebody had purchased the entire shark head from Jungle Gyms and was using it as like bait to fish. And they just left it. I mean, what else are you going to do with it? I don't think they broke any laws. I just think people were like super confused by the presence
That
of
would
the shark
confuse the shit out of me too.
If you saw a fucking shark head, yeah, but they got it. Yeah, they got it at Jungle Gyms.
That's
That place is
awesome.
crazy. You've never been?
No.
Wow. Yeah, it's really insane.
Only witnessed stuff on the internet from there.
It like starts off immediately too. Like as soon as you walk in, they've got you're like, obviously I just drove for a while. Let me go to the bathroom, and they've got porta potties, except they're not porta potties.
They
You
just look
open,
like it.
they look like it. You open up the door and it opens up to a whole big ass fucking bathroom. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I mean, it's like I said, it's so simple, but the whole place is filled with shit like that.
Like
So
the decorating, like at some of these places, is fucking awesome.
yeah,
I
it's
just
definitely worth it to just
go
go
home
check
and
out.
want to decorate my house, like I see at some of these places.
I think the first time I went to Jungle Gyms, I spent like $300.
Really? Did
Oh
you
fuck
like
yeah,
any of the
dude.
stuff you bought?
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay, I just know it's like stuff from around the world, so it's shit we're not like used to.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I tried a bunch of stuff. That was back when I could eat everything
Oh
normally.
yeah, true.
So I don't know. I probably wouldn't spend as much now, but I'm not a picky eater. I just can't eat things.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I did. I spent a lot. Well, because it's food and snacks, and I mean the largest section of cheese you've ever seen in your entire life.
And I live in Amish country, so that'll be impressive if I
Yeah.
see the largest thing of cheese.
It's crazy. It's just, and you can't, I mean, yeah, the drinks, I mean, everything. And they have a whole bar. I mean, I know that's not for you, but just,
Whatever.
you can spend the whole day. I mean, really, the whole day there just kind of snacking and chilling. And it's really nuts. We'll go sometime.
Speaking of bar, I had my 11-year sober anniversary yesterday.
You did.
It's the day before my birthday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good for you for the day before your birthday, because,
No, don't congratulate me. I went to jail.
well, okay, you're right. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. You didn't choose it.
Yeah.
Well, good for jail for showing you a thing or two.
Right. And if you read my if you're on Patreon and you read the like long ass story that I'm posting right now, chapter by chapter, it's actually a true story about my life and the time that I spent in jail, and it kind of collaborates. You don't have anything to do in jail, so we watch Supernatural like all morning for 4 hours for the reruns. So it like has a supernatural like collaboration with the time spent in jail and like the monsters and stuff to the different people that were in there with me. It's really cool.
Very cool. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a special trauma dump on Patreon one of these days.
Oh yeah, they're getting it all right now.
Yeah. True. Yeah, that's true. I got to catch up, I guess. Yeah, I never did talk about my dad on Patreon. Maybe I will. It is interesting. He killed somebody. I don't know. It's interesting,
Right.
I guess, to some people. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Again, that coupled with the birthday, I mean, a lot of people, in that journey, they don't get to live to talk about it.
Right.
It's really is a very tough, a very tough situation. I've never been an addict myself, but I've lived with them my whole life, and
Mhm.
it's
Not
tough.
good.
So,
It's not
tough.
good. Not a good time.
It's not a good time. No, it's not a good time. And like I said, most people don't make it out alive. My father did not. It's one of those things. And
Yeah.
but you did,
I did.
and you're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Already made it this far. I mean,
right?
no
You
stop now.
can't be a quitter at this point. Jeez.
Right.
Gosh. Anyway, why don't we get in some news?
Yeah.
Let's talk some news. How about that? How many news do you have?
4.
Oh God, you keep surpassing me in the news. I got 2. So you go ahead.
All right. So, do you have the one about the Toledo mother from this week?
Nope.
All right. Toledo mother grieving the loss of her 4 children and her mother after carbon monoxide filled a vehicle where the family was sitting in while waiting for help with a flat tire.
Oh man.
So they
yeah,
were
that's a
all in
crazy
the car,
story.
hot as shit, air conditioning on, car filled with carbon monoxide while they were waiting for someone to come help them with the flat tire that they had on the side of the road. Police got there, investigators, when they put the meter in to measure the carbon monoxide, it was 5 times the lethal limit.
Wow.
So I went in and did some research. I don't know what year the car was. It was a Ford Explorer. I guess the Ford Explorers are like they're having or had or have been always having problems with a carbon monoxide leak. So they
Oh,
say whenever if you're on the side of the road, don't leave your car running with all your windows up. Like always have your windows cracked. You never know when there's going to be a leak in something and you just pass out and die.
wow. That's so sad that something as simple as a cracked window
Right.
could prevent this.
Right.
Wow. And
And I've
it
seen
is
that before, like during snowstorms when like
yeah.
people are stuck and the snow gets so high it covers up your exhaust pipe and it comes back into the car, but
Right. Wow.
never just like a
Cautionary
leak. I've
tale.
never seen that before. But I guess it happens in the Explorers,
Wow.
which my son drives an Explorer, so
Maybe not anymore.
well, I told him I said never be in your car with all your windows closed and the car running for a long period of time.
Well, just period, I guess. Get into the habit. Just
Right.
why not? It's so simple. It's something so simple that can save your life. You might as well just crack that window a little bit.
Right.
Wow, I didn't realize that that's what had happened. I'd heard the story, and it's like, well,
Mhm.
how the fuck does that happen? I guess now we
Right.
know. Now we know. What is she going to be able to sue? I mean, is that something they should have had a recall for?
I don't know. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if they've ever had a recall because they know this is a problem. And if she just didn't do it, but like they mail recalls out to you if you don't live in the same place that your address registers to, you're never going to get it. Like, I'm assuming she's going to try. I don't know if she'll get that far, like make it anywhere,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming she's going to try because that's 4 young kids and then her mother.
And her mom, right? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, I mean, I hope she does. I mean, I hope
Right.
she definitely deserves more than any amount of money we can give her. But
Right.
I mean, I don't
There
know.
is a
Like,
GoFundMe set up
oh, okay.
to help with like all the arrangements for everyone because the family had no life insurance.
Wait. Well, why would you have a life insurance for your toddler?
Right, exactly.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, we'll definitely have to check that out.
Mhm.
Um, and feed into it because man, that's horrible. What a horrible thing. Wow.
Yeah, that's yeah, that wasn't like no abuse, nothing. Just a shitty situation that she did not deserve at all.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's lift spirits a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll go over to mine here. So, the 7th Loch Ness monster sighting of the year has taken place.
Ooh.
7th sighting of the year. On July 5th, 8-year-old Abigail Ross and her family snapped a photo of a small dark object measuring about 6 feet long and about 3 feet across. Now, of course, you can go check out this photo. We've talked about the Loch Ness monster sightings before. There's a whole official website where they really vet these sightings. They're
Oh
not just
yeah.
anybody and everybody. They don't count things like they have a 24-hour webcam that you can watch of Loch Ness to see if you can see the monster. They don't count those for these sightings. But you can check that out. LochNessSightings.com is the website. But yeah, so far this year, we have surpassed the number of monster sightings compared to last year. We did have a historic year in the runtime of On Wednesdays We Talk Weird. I think it was 2022, where I think there was like maybe 30.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
close to 30 sightings, yeah, for the whole year, which isn't really unusual. So you can go back historically and go see all these sightings, year by year since they've had the website up and running. But it kind of seems like it does come and go in these patterns. I mean, that are pretty consistent. So that part's really interesting. I don't know. Nessie's one of my favorites.
Did you watch the clip?
I didn't see there was a video of it. I saw
Or
that there
did you
was
see the picture?
yeah, I saw the picture.
What's your opinion?
I don't know. It could be literally anything. And they even admit that it could have been anything. They said that it definitely was not a boat though because it was moving pretty fast, so it had to have been a boat with a motor and it wasn't
Okay.
big enough to be like a boat with a motor. It looks like something in the water. There's something in there. Is it a monster? I don't know. I would like to believe that it is, but
Oh heck yeah.
I don't
Just prove my point of why I don't get in the fucking water.
Just another reason. Are you afraid of the water?
I'm afraid of the water I can't see into.
Okay, that's fair.
If I can't see the bottom of it, I am terrified.
We have talked about not necessarily you and I, but historically our fears of water on this show. Pat O was very afraid of it also, and I don't blame him. Because drowning sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And you can't necessarily control what happens, when you're there. I don't know. Like I said, Nessie's one of my favorites. Do I think that there's a plesiosaur living in the Loch Ness? No, I want there to be, but if anything, it's probably a giant eel, and that's fine too. That would still be very cool.
Right.
So,
like Shark Week's coming up in the next couple days, and I've watched I'm 38. I turned 38 today. I've watched 38 years of that shit. No, I've probably not been on that long, but I've watched a lot of Shark Week from back to when I can remember. I don't want to go in that water. Have you seen those sharks?
Yeah, I've seen them, and they're
and they come so close to shore. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's not really sharks you got to worry about. Fucking orcas will kill you.
Oh yeah, they scare the shit out of me.
They will kill you worse than a shark will. They want to kill you.
Well, yeah. Have you ever seen Pinocchio?
Well, right. There was that one guy who, what was that, last year, the year before, that video where he got swallowed up by the fucking whale?
Fuck.
Did you see that?
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, it was really horrifying. Now, it immediately spit him out. Whales don't eat us, but they will still swallow you. They don't know.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm definitely good. Those things are fucking huge.
Yeah.
So. But I do remember fucking SeaWorld and that lady getting attacked by the orca.
Yeah, SeaWorld. What was that orca's name? I don't remember, but he just wanted to kill somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
He was definitely.
Which, he's a huge ass whale in an amusement park.
Right. Yes, doing tricks for fish. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not justified, but just saying it's not safe. And then, of course, dolphins are terrible people.
They're people?
Pretty much. They're pretty close to us.
Right.
As far as people go. But no, they're awful. They like to rape. They rape each other. They'll rape you. That's a whole thing. And that's terrible. That's not a good thing.
No. That's so weird that dolphins rape each other.
They do. Yeah, they rape each other.
I didn't know they could ask for consent.
One of my earliest memories of a dolphin video, of finding out that dolphins are terrible, was a video of a dolphin that was had bitten the head off of a fish and was using its body as a fleshlight. That's vicious. Imagine that we said that, right? This man killed a woman and cut her head off and then used her head hole to rape it. That's horrible and disgusting, right? Dolphins do that shit all the time.
Wow.
They're just fearless. You don't know about the evils of dolphins?
I knew dolphins weren't good, but I never knew why.
Didn't really explore why. Maybe we'll talk about it one of these episodes. Yeah, it's really terrible. They're also the subject of a lot of bestiality. Whether or not that's happening all the time, I don't know, but people act like it is on the internet. So I've been too scared to Google it too much, but I've heard some stories.
I don't think I want to see that.
No, I don't want to see it. I just mean kind of, I guess, figuring out the culture. It's one of those things, right? We know zoophiles exist. They're horrible people. It's disgusting, but I'm not really Googling zoophilia to try to really understand it.
Yeah, I don't need to understand it. My mind's not fucked up like that.
But it happens. I don't know. It's crazy. Like I said, you see shit on the internet, you're like, wow. But yeah, so when there's that one study with the dolphin and the woman, and the dolphin was trying to be sexual with her. Do you remember that? They were living together, this woman and this dolphin, just to see if they could communicate, because dolphins are really intelligent. And he started trying to court her, and so they pulled her out of that real fast because Because they'll rape.
What?
Yes.
Was she living in the water, or was it in a case and she was like living in the in a room like next to
So
the case, or
it was. I mean, the whole house, the way that it worked. I mean, it was like a house, but like her stuff would be like on like a big platform, and the dolphin could like come and go and like swim into the, because then the whole floor is like flooded, but it had like a dog door, I guess a dolphin door, where it could like come and go into like the property.
okay?
It is interesting. I mean, definitely read about that. That's safe because nothing ultimately happened, but it is scary because it was trying to make it happen.
And all these people want to go out and see dolphins on the boat.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And that's exactly the point. All these people are like, "Oh, haven't you ever seen that King of the Hill episode?
No, I don't. I've never watched King of the Hill.
You've never watched King of the Hill?
No, just like on and off some random episode that pops up, but no.
Oh my god, you gotta sit and watch King of the Hill. It's worth it. Next time when you get your Hulu card.
I have it right now.
And
the
yeah,
lawnmower just turned on. Like he literally already done with my sauna? Like, so Brandon bought me a sauna for Christmas. It's been 6 months. I asked him if he could put it up for my birthday. Put it up. It's been like 45 minutes and he's already outside mowing the yard. If that sauna's up and it only took him 45 minutes out of 6 months, I'm going to be extremely irritable.
yeah, but what's gonna happen if it's not up? That might be worse.
No, if it's not up, then he needs help. Then that's fine.
Well, fair. Okay, yeah. I guess help is a valid reason.
Right.
True. But yeah, there was a whole King of the Hill episode about Hank being raped by a dolphin.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's a thing. Like I said, it's a whole.
Oh, I believe you.
It's a whole situation. Speaking of which, that's what I've been doing also today. The
Raping
newest
dolphins?
episode of I've been raping dolphins to get revenge for
Today.
everybody. Yeah, today's the day. Coming for you, dolphins. Bastards. They raped my father and murdered my mother. No, the newest King of the Hill dropped today, the newest season. They have a new season, and
Oh, wow.
I watched 2 episodes so far. And it's great. So you guys will hear more about that next week, I'm sure, once I finish it. Anyway, back to more news. It's your turn now.
All right.
Let's not talk
Another
about
horrible
Trump
one.
today.
Here we go. Ready for
Right.
this? The world is going crazy.
Wonderful.
25-year-old New Jersey woman is facing multiple charges after authorities allege she sexually assaulted a 2-year-old child.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, recorded the alleged abuse and shared at least one of the videos on her Snapchat.
Oh, my God.
So, this lady's name, her last name's Kramer. Her attorney argued that the 14-second video was blown out of proportion and did not depict criminal behavior. Quote unquote, innocent. It was an innocent moment, and she attempted to shift the blame onto the toddler, the 2-year-old child, saying the video allegedly showed Kramer sitting on the toilet and laughing while the little girl touched her genitals. And Kramer's attorney is trying to say, well, little kids follow their parents into the bathroom all the time. They were just curious, blah, blah, blah. No. No. And Snapchat, like, if you take a video on Snapchat, it can't be an accident. You have to hold that button down the whole time.
On purpose.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, I don't get it. But that's that. I hope she rots in hell.
Oh, Jesus. Well, and it just goes to show women can be offenders too, y'all.
Right.
I mean, it does happen, and it's really terrible and disgusting. Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Right. Let me do my next one, too, because it's bad, and then we'll go to your good one.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah.
This one's just me proving a point of last week when I said the House of Horrors thing's just going to keep popping up. And now there's one in Minnesota.
Oh, God.
There's a House of Horrors in Minnesota. So a couple are now jailed after the mother films herself torturing a 2-year-old son to punish her boyfriend for not answering her text.
What?
So the cops found 60 different times different videos that she sent to her boyfriend beating this 2-year-old to punish him for not texting her back while he's at work. A welfare check was sent to this house from somebody that oversaw the video that was sent, and the police discovered extensive bruises on the little boy's face, stomach, and back, and he had fresh stitches across his forehead. They got like a subpoena for over 100,000 text messages between these two. They're both in jail because even though it was the mother that was doing it, the boyfriend has known about this for over a year and has never said anything. So he just let her beat this 1 to 2-year-old kid and never said a word because he didn't answer her fucking text messages.
Oh my God. And like, how do people like this exist? And like, I'm single.
Right.
Just saying. No, that's really terrible. That's really disgusting. Oh my God.
Horrible.
Monster. I mean, and yeah, he sucks too. Now, granted, people are going to argue he's a victim. He is a victim. However, you can't, children can't get up and leave.
Right.
That's the big difference.
This boy
here.
was beaten since he was 1, probably before that. Who knows if he can even walk yet?
Yeah. Like, you can't let that happen. Like, that's a big no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad we have to say that, but Jesus, wow. My gosh, these women. That's crazy women week,
Yeah.
I guess. Crazy bitches week.
Right.
Man, okay. Well, let's get some relief in here. Now, this one does involve a crime, but I think you guys are going to find it as amusing as I did.
Okay.
Man attempts to rob bank with kitten in hand, which he also stole. So this took place in Beltsville, Maryland. Okay, an unnamed suspect, we don't know who he is yet, walked into a Pet Supplies Plus and he ran out with a kitten, a 3-month-old named Magnolia.
Okay.
The workers there had mentioned that he had actually seen the kitten quite a bit over the course of the last week. Had been in there checking it out quite a bit. So he decided today is the day. So he takes little Magnolia in his hands and he immediately runs out the door and runs directly to the PNC Bank that's located at the same shopping center. So right there, and he goes up to the bank teller. He asks her, "Can you hold the kitten, please?" And of course she does. And while she's holding the kitten, he writes a note asking for all of their money.
Wow.
So police responded pretty quickly and apprehended the man. Obviously, they caught him. Authorities, they are a little worried about the kitten now that it's had a taste for crime. But they believe with the right loving home, she can be rehabbed. That was my part. I made that up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he robbed a bank with a kitten in tow. It's kind of cool, actually. I don't know. Fuck them banks, right?
Right.
I wish he would have been a little smarter about it. But then again, I mean, once you get that kitten home and you start posting pictures online, I mean, people are going to recognize it.
Oh, yeah.
So just not a very good crime.
A pet supply store probably had cameras too, and they're going to put his picture out there stealing a kitten. You're like, does anybody know this man? And
like, so legitimately, so like these pet stores and stuff, when they have these kittens or cats up for adoption, they're through like an animal rescue. And so as soon as he stole the kitten, the first person that they called was the woman from the rescue, and she immediately gets in the car and heads over, and she shows up and there's police everywhere. And this is what she said. She said, "Wow, I thought it was a crazy response for a stolen cat." They were there because of the bank robbery. So I don't know, pretty wholesome. I mean, that guy's stupid, but interesting. It's an interesting story.
It is. That's awesome.
He needed money for his new vet care. I don't know. I don't get it, but all right. Party on, dude.
Probably needed I got this cat now. It needs food. I don't have any money.
Oh shit! I forgot. I'm broke.
Right.
Immediately to the bank in the same shopping center. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that. But yeah, right there. He's like, "Oh, that's a good spot for money."
Yeah. Now I'm on camera at every store in this shopping plaza.
All right, sandwich it off. You got one more?
Yeah. This is one that everybody's going to be familiar with. Not a horrible crime case. The FDA announced that a laboratory test initially showing cyclospora contamination in Taylor Farms de Mexico lettuce was a false positive, but the FDA still links the company to the outbreak. I don't trust the FDA. I don't trust anything the FDA has to do with anything. I don't believe a damn word they say. I don't even know what this means.
Right. So it's a false positive. It's not linked, but also it's still linked. So it's like,
Right.
okay, yeah, I don't.
So what else is giving people like exorcist diarrhea?
I'm glad it's not politics, but I am getting kind of annoyed with seeing diarrhea in my timeline everywhere on my feed.
Yeah. It's Taco Bell. You're gonna shit yourself.
Well,
Even if
that
there's
part
not like cyclospora.
is true. Yeah, it is. That's kind of your fault for expecting otherwise. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, but I'll tell you, I'm staying away from produce right now.
You know what? A lot of people are, because even though we all like eat our salads at work and nobody has gotten sick yet, and I try to tell customers that, I haven't had to restock the salad bar all week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is really having a big impact.
Like, I'm switching stuff out so it's not like old shit on there and stuff, but nobody's touching the salad bar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gross, I'm gonna like take care of the food.
Well, no, because then that's how they get diarrhea. And
Right.
Yeah, that no, I mean, I don't blame him, man. I'm like I said, I don't want none of that in my life.
Like Sundays after church, we're the only ones open in town, so everybody comes after church and eats, and I'm packed all Sunday morning. I usually have to change the salad bar twice before my shift is over. Salad bar was full as full can be. By the time my shift was over, still nobody ate salad.
Wow. Well, a good thing that's come out of it, I'll tell you, is that it has reminded me of the diarrhea song.
What's that?
The diarrhea song.
I don't know.
When you're climbing up the ladder and you feel something splatter, diarrhea.
I vaguely know some of it, but I don't think I've ever heard the full song.
I don't think there is like a full song. I think people just make it up as they go. So I've been kind of doing that.
Okay.
Trying to get creative, yeah, it was unlocked a memory. Totally forgot that even existed. Thanks, diarrhea.
Right.
That's one good thing to come out of the diarrhea news. Just I don't know. Hope nobody gets it. I've seen some people though that I know that have gotten it, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's people really. I mean, they used to die from. You still can die from diarrhea, just not. Usually, you shouldn't. You should be adult enough to be able to, go to the hospital if it's that bad.
Right.
But yeah, it's super dangerous. So we'll keep seeing where they say it supposedly comes from.
Well, it's probably Taylor Farms.
It is 100%. Well, I can't say that. It's 99% probably coming from Taylor Farms, but it is, but it isn't. So says the FDA.
Right. It is, but it isn't.
But it is not.
I don't understand. Whatever. I just saw a bunch of like awesome like comments and memes like,
oh yeah,
needed people to need to lose weight, saying they need extra lettuce on their taco, and
yeah, it has been fun watching it, watching what people say about it. So
yeah.
Well, let's get into the topic.
Yeah. Enough of the apocalyptic news. Let's talk about something that's starting the apocalypse.
Yeah, the apocalypse. This one's a really interesting phenomena that's happening. So, what I'll say up front is that you can find videos on this en masse. Like, there's no shortage,
right,
of finding these videos. One thing that I'll say is that not all of those videos are real.
Mm-hmm.
However, it doesn't really matter because there are videos of it that is real. Like this
based
is
off of a real true story.
Yeah, this is legit happening all around the world, and from my research, has been happening for a really long time. So we'll get into that. So, what are sky trumpets? Well, trumpet may be a little bit a super vague term. Some people also call them sky quakes. And then, if you're on your neighborhood Facebook group, some people refer to it as, did you hear that boom? um, it's just these weird noises that seem to kind of come from the sky, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Right, just kind of out of nowhere, and they can range in what they don't all sound exactly the same. The trumpet kind of comes in because there are some noise that kind of sound, well, like trumpets.
Mhm.
Some people describe them as metallic grinding, which some of them do sound that way. Sometimes to me it sounds like Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, for a lot of people it's like the sound of like booms, right? Like massive artillery happening in the distance. There are different variances of what these sky trumpets sound like. But you know what? Let's not describe them for you guys. How about we just go ahead and we have a couple of collection of clips. We'll let you take a listen for yourselves. So here's the sky trumpets. Super weird, right?
Super weird. Sorry, I had a coughing attack.
No, don't.
The
don't
air is
die
dry.
on your
Actually, the air is full of corgi hair, and I can't breathe.
Got to get that app working for you.
Oh.
But yeah, no, super weird. It is very strange, and if you were by yourself or just not by yourself, if you just started hearing that out of nowhere, you'd be a little concerned. Some of these noises go on for hours,
Yeah.
days, weeks, months. Some of them have been going on for a very long time and have even cropped up in the news. We actually covered these recently during the news segment of the show because it was happening in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
And people are complaining enough to where some people have very simple-minded explanations for them. We'll kind of get into them, but some people complain to where the city actually actively investigates, never really finds a cause, and eventually it just kind of goes away. But
Never find a cause with anything in the sky, it seems like.
I know, it's strange how that happens.
Right.
Isn't it? But these noises have been around for a very long time. One of the earliest recorded that I could find was actually heard by, the famous Lewis and Clark.
Oh,
Lewis
wow.
and Clark.
You tracked one all the way back there?
Yeah. Okay. Lewis and Clark had recorded these sounds around the Great Falls in Missouri in July of 1805.
Now, by recorded, you mean on paper, right?
On paper, yes.
Okay. I'm just going to... Hold on.
Written record, the oldest written record of these noises.
Okay.
Yes, they recorded it on paper, both of them in their diaries and their own separate accounts. What they had described was like cannonballs.
Okay.
So theirs was more of the boom sound. And, both of their accounts are very, very similar. The Native Americans in the general area, when Lewis and Clark had actually asked them about these noises, because they described the weather. It was perfect weather. It wasn't storms. They didn't know what was going on. So of course they talked to the locals about it, and the locals were like, "Oh yeah, that shit happens all the time."
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, "Okay, but what is it?" And they're like, "Meh, who knows?
We could care less."
I mean, they had their own explanation for it, which depends on who they asked. Of course, had their own little lore behind them, but they didn't know. They didn't have no real explanation. There's also the most famous of these No, this is more mysterious booms category, but the most famous mysterious booms are the known as the Seneca guns.
Okay.
So the Seneca guns, they span across Lake Seneca in New York and along the coastline of North Carolina. These sounds have been around since people have been. But very famously, people constantly hear it. They're so powerful that they shake houses and
Oh
windows.
wow.
And, people describe them as feeling like a little earthquake.
So that's where Skyquake comes from.
That's probably where Skyquake comes from. Is that in some of these sounds you can actually feel them happening, and so people get very confused about why they're happening.
Like when we were going over this episode, and you sent me the 4 videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 that were the sample ones all sounded completely different to me. There were 3 completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
So like one time I heard like, and they don't make sense from what I hear to what it could be. Like one sounded like whales. When the whales make those extremely loud, annoying sounds.
You're like, whoa.
Yep. Yep. Or
That's my
like
whale noise.
huge ass metal beams scraping against each other or something.
Yep.
And then there was one that sounded like literal horns, like literal trumpets.
Yep.
Like when you're at a band practice and someone plays the complete wrong note. Like that's what I heard.
Yeah. And that's the phenomena. I mean, they could all be very different things from each other depending on the noise. And but that is kind of, just in general what people are referring to when they're referring to these sky trumpets / skyquakes. And, the 2 old examples that I shared, like those are more like what big fireworks sound like in the distance.
Right.
And none of those were in the clips that everybody heard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they are all very different from each other.
Then the video in England, though, that
Mhm.
like the noise from the England video, it to me like completely sounded like when a ship pulls into dock,
Oh,
like
okay.
a big ship.
I hear that. Yeah, I could, or like when the Titanic was sinking in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Which
Which they
one?
might have used sky sounds for the Titanic sinking. We don't know.
Just recorded it. They're like, oh, we got to
Well,
use this
well.
somewhere.
That's what a ship's gonna sound like now, a sky trumpet. And maybe that's where my mind goes when I hear that for a ship is Titanic, and they actually use sky trumpet noises.
And it's like, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. And it sounds very terrifying.
Yes.
Anywhere that you're at, whatever you're doing, if you heard that sound, you'd be like, what the fuck is happening?
Right. Like I don't want to hear that out of nowhere and
Ever.
not know where that comes from.
Yeah, ever. Like that's I don't blame you at all. Do you have like not a favorite, but do you think any one of them is particularly scarier than the other?
Okay, well, in those, no, but the one that we're saving for last, yes.
Yeah, that is because that one's very biological. We'll get there.
But like, okay, so I was looking at like I was going through videos and looking at like comments and stuff to see what other people had to say. Do you know how many times Lord of the Rings is quoted in those videos?
Why? What do you
Okay,
mean?
so the most common one, the horn of Helm Hammerhead shall sound in the deep one last time. Like repeatedly throughout all the comments in all the videos, they quote Lord of the freaking Rings.
They think they're so clever too.
Right.
I did not notice that. No.
Yeah. Tons of times. In every video, different videos, they quote Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I get it. Apocalyptic, end of the world, huge fight coming.
And let's talk about that. So some people think that these noises are the sound of the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And that we are in end times. Because in the book of Revelation, in the Bible, obviously, it talks about the 7 trumpets, right?
Yep.
And so there's definitely some potential correlation there, but I've never really, I don't know. I don't really read the Bible a lot.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, I've read parts of it. I think probably, if we're being so honest, probably most people are that way.
But if these can be tracked back to the beginning of people,
The beginning of
this is the
people.
longest apocalypse that.
Exactly, that's ever taken place. So, but we'll talk about them. I did go ahead and grab because there are, again, 7 trumpets of the apocalypse. There's definitely been more than
And
7.
if these are them, they all need fucking tuned.
Oh man, they sound terrible.
When
But
they
they're different.
sound good, that's when you have to be scared.
Right. Yes. When it sounds like someone knows what they're doing. Yeah.
Right.
But this is why these are not biblical and why they're not a sign of the biblical apocalypse, basically. It's not a sign from Revelation. I went through and I did find all 7 trumpets and kind of what they represent.
Okay.
Because every time a trumpet is blown, something happens to the planet
Mhm.
or, for us. So trumpet number 1 brings hail and fire mixed with blood, which destroys a third of the earth's grass and trees.
Dude, we just had like a huge hailstorm yesterday and the Canadian wildfires. And
Yeah, but was there blood?
I'm sure
Blood
somewhere.
rain? Now, if there was blood rain, we might be onto something.
Oh, it's
but
got to be blood rain.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, I
hail.
just told you how many kids just fucking died and got beaten. Yeah, there's blood.
Maybe that's technically a blood rain. True. Well, so maybe we've had the first trumpets. Trumpet number 2. A blazing mountain is thrown into the sea, turning a third of the oceans into blood and destroying a third of sea life.
Okay.
Has that happened yet?
I don't think so. Pompeii.
True. The sea would run red with the blood, but they were encased in molten lava, so they probably didn't bleed a lot.
But lava's red.
Lava is red. Maybe a blazing mountain, but I don't know if we've lost a third of our oceans yet,
No.
and they're not bloody.
I think
now.
the ocean is eating the land, so technically they're growing.
Yeah, you are right about that. The ocean is definitely another reason not to fuck with the water. Like,
Right.
it's actively trying to kill us.
Yeah.
So maybe. Okay, third trumpet. Let's see about this. A star called Wormwood falls from the sky, poisoning a third of the world's freshwater rivers and springs.
Are you literally going to drink any of the water that you see anywhere?
Just the freshwater out and about?
Okay, it's claimed freshwater.
Well, I mean, I
Have
wouldn't.
you watched
yeah,
a movie ever?
unless I was in like complete survival mode.
People are
that's
getting
only-
explosive diarrhea from fucking lettuce, which is technically 99% water.
Well, exactly. I don't want explosive diarrhea from water, so I don't
Right.
just drink any and all water. Maybe. I mean, in a star falling, it could be meteor.
Right.
So maybe. The fourth trumpet. A third of the sun, moon, and stars are darkened, limiting daylight and nightlight.
Okay, weird that you brought that up, because I just read something about this conspiracy about the sun being fake. How
Okay.
it all changed after the last eclipse, where it's like different, more vibrant colors than it was before ever, and like all this other stuff.
I mean,
You know what I'm talking about?
I
Have you
don't know
heard-
what you're talking
Okay.
about, but I'm just going to say, are you really going to take advice from somebody who obviously admits that they actively stare at the sun?
No, but who else would know that information?
Well, that's true. 'Cause we're actually staring at it. That's true.
I'm not condoning anything right now. Like, I'm definitely not
They're like
all
a
in for an apocalypse or anything. I'm
they're
just
like a
saying, like,
savant of some sort, and they're like, this is their thing.
for some
this is
reason, to
their-
me, it's all coming together.
That's okay. That's all right. But night and day has not changed. But I will give you that they are talking about getting rid of daylight savings
Right.
time, and
Yeah.
like it's like heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe okay. The fifth, which is also considered the first. Whoa, we're down to the wire now. We're down to the last three.
Okay.
A star falls from the sky, opening the abyss to release demonic locust-like creatures that torment humanity.
I got nothing on that one.
One time I wrote a script. Well, I didn't write the whole thing, but I started to, for a horror short that was kind of like Cujo, but with cicadas.
Really?
So yeah, so it was like remember when we had the cicadas not that long ago
Yeah.
reemerge, and it was horrible. I had a bad time.
Mhm.
I lived in a really bad area for it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and they were horrifying. My kid, she didn't go out for like 2 weeks. She wasn't having none of it. So I had this idea where like a mom is home alone with her baby, and she has to go out to the car for something. And when she goes out to the car for something, a swarm of cicadas show up, and they like devour like a dog, like a
Mm.
neighborhood dog. And she's like, what the fuck? So she stays in the car, and then she watches them devour people, and then they kind of catch on to that she's in the car, so they start like swarming the car, and they're trying to like get to her. And meanwhile she was able to turn the car on, but doesn't want to leave the house because her baby's there. So she's like able to hear on the radio that there's like this like man-eating swarm of cicadas out there killing people, and stay away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The twist at the end is that she does eventually get a plan. She gets out of the car. They start trying to get into the vents and stuff, but she does get out and goes to her baby to get the baby, and she goes to the crib, and there's the baby, and then a swarm of cicadas open up to the chest and of the baby, and the
Wow,
baby's
you're
gone.
fucked up.
I know. But would you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Mhm. Of course.
But I never finished the screenplay. And then of course I just don't have the time to make a movie, so someone else can have it. Someone else do it.
Right.
You've got my blessing. I would love to see that. We'll
Just
work
give
on
her
it.
credits in like the end.
I'll sell you the screenplay. Yeah, you can buy it from me. Anyway, so yes, demonic locust-like creatures. We haven't had those yet.
Okay. So maybe we're at the 5th.
Right, we might just be there. So now at the 6th, a massive army is released at the Euphrates River, resulting in the death of a third of mankind. That's like the army of the dead.
Is it Euphrates?
Euphrates, yeah, it is Euphrates. You can tell I don't read the Bible.
Oh, I read
Euphrates.
Dante's Inferno.
Oh, see, that's where most people get their knowledge from, and that's okay. They're both equally as true. I don't know. The seventh trumpet, voices in heaven announce that the kingdom of the world has become the kingdom of God, signaling his eternal reign. I don't know at what part people are supposed to start rapturing. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I have no idea. But that is the final, I guess the final step to it. I mean, I think during that time period, you're able to like get your eternal salvation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty terrible. My favorite apocalyptic movie is This Is the End.
Okay, that's a good one.
Great film.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, and it is when they're all like making the jack off motion to each other, arguing
Yeah.
about jerking off. Oh yeah, I love that.
And
great.
honestly, like, if the rapture's gonna come and it's gonna take all these people that are being so ridiculous in the world, I mean, can you come?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and just
All these people that think they're gonna be taken, like,
yeah.
either they're gonna go or I'm gonna go, and either way, it's gonna be better for me.
Right. You get away from those people. Yes. Either way, like whatever happens, that's what I'm saying. About these people, and it's like, man, I kind of don't know which one. Like, obviously, I don't want to get left behind with them, but also, like, I would love to see the look on their faces as I transcend nakedly to the heavens.
Right.
Flipping them off the whole time. Like, fuck you.
Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know where I stand on that. Like, honestly, I don't know. It's just not like I don't want to start a fight with anybody. Like, no, I really don't know where I stand on that, because I used to go to church all the time, and I still believe in God and stuff, and I try to be the best person I can be, but I stopped going to church because I see the people going to church, and I know how they act outside of church, and I don't believe in it.
There's fake Christianity.
Exactly.
because that's not, I mean, really, like Jesus sounds like, we're not going to get too big into religion, but Jesus sounds like a really cool dude, right? Who the whole message was to like love everybody, right? And do
Right.
for everyone. And we should be a community that's helping each other. And the church has gotten very far away from that.
Right. Like, I'm 11 years sober. My program was over a higher power. I believe in God. Like, I have to because I can't believe in myself.
Don't say that about
I mean, I can believe in myself, but I can't believe like I can get myself out of everything. Like, I need to be able to believe in something higher than me that I'm working toward. You know what I mean? So like, I have my belief system, but I think other people just use it.
bad. Well, they do. Of course they do. That's people. They.
And a lot of time I think they use it for clout.
Yeah, they very well could. It is very sad. I mean, first of all, hey, listen, look, this is America. You can believe in where the fuck you want to believe in.
Right.
That's not my business. And
And
it's
that's
not
me,
anybody
like,
else's business.
I don't judge anybody. Believe whatever you want to believe. I don't care.
Right. Like it literally, it's between you and whatever it is that you believe in, and at the end of the day, that's the part that matters.
Mhm.
When you're using what you believe in to try to dictate what other people believe in, especially Christianity. I can't speak for the other religions, but I know in Christianity, that is an unforgivable sin. It's blasphemous. You're saying that God isn't good enough to make that judgment, so you have to.
Right.
And God says that's a big no-no. You can't speak for me. So leave people the fuck alone is my point, I guess. That's that. And you just do your best so that way you save your soul. I don't believe in any of it, but you know what? It's just because to me there's no proof of anything, and if I were meant to know, I feel like I would know.
Right.
And that's kind of where I leave it.
And I get it. Like, that's you. You do
Yeah.
you.
That's me. And so to me, it's all, the Bible is like a fairy tale. It's the same thing. Not that it doesn't have good messages in it, right? And nice cautionary tales and isn't a good guideline for humanity, but, it's I don't believe in burning bushes and things like that.
That'd be cool, though.
It'd be sweet. I wish that was real. And, if I were meant to know, again, like I said, I would know. So.
And I can't tell you anything that's in it. Like, I'm not into it like that. I just believe what I believe.
And you can. And I love you for it anyway.
Exactly.
So, it's fine. But you know what? I am sad that you undersell yourself a little bit on your sobriety program. I get it, but I get what you're saying.
That's what they teach you.
But you did that shit, and you need to give yourself more credit for doing that shit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I do. It's definitely was up to me.
Yes, it started with you.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to these trumpets. These apocalyptic trumpets. I don't think that's what we're seeing with this phenomena. I'm not going to break the case and tell you what it is we are seeing because I don't know.
Right.
But I think that there's enough differences, especially if we're to take these biblical teachings literally. Obviously, that shit hasn't happened literally, right?
No.
So, I don't think that's what this is. And like you said, this is the longest apocalypse ever. It's been around since people.
Right.
And maybe
Like,
it
it
is.
started when people started. Like,
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is, but obviously, then I don't know. Whoever wrote this part couldn't count. There's way more
it's like
than-
one of those things. Like, okay, say, if you believe in this, God had created people, blah blah blah. Went from there. God is like the parent making up this like scary fairy tale to keep the kids away from the water. Like, don't do this or the apocalypse is gonna come.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of religious beliefs again are just great cautionary tales.
Right.
Just to, keep you from not being a bad person and making bad choices.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And if he's like the heavenly father, he made the apocalypse. He made the scariest story in the fucking world. Be good.
That's very true. Yeah.
Or I'm gonna like rapture all these good people, like,
and leave you
and
here
you're
with
stuck.
the demon locust that eats babies and stuff.
Right.
So anyway, so what are they? What are these trumpets? What are the theories, or these skyquakes, or whatever these mysterious noises? Where the fuck are they coming from? I'm gonna go through kind of a list of some of the theories. First one being, well, obviously they're meteors, right? So not just the meteor itself blazing through the sky, but also when it makes the impact on the ground and creates a sonic boom, right? This would potentially account for the what's that boom category. Did anybody else hear that boom? But it doesn't account for any of the sounds that you guys heard during this episode or will hear.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think about the possibility of it being a meteor?
I don't like that one at all. That's probably my least favorite.
Yeah, it's just, I think that's very silly.
Like, I get it, but where's the meteor?
But you know what? I'll say this. Maybe sometimes it's a meteor.
But, like, the fact that the same thing is heard around the world at the same time, like, that's pretty big meteor that nobody fucking saw.
A meteor would not account for the Godzilla noises and the actual trumpet noises and stuff.
Just the booms.
Just the booms.
Okay.
So...
Gotcha.
Again, maybe sometimes, right? The next one is military aircraft. Okay, we're always experimenting with all kind of strange aircraft, and we're not always privy to exactly what's going on. So, potentially these are military testing certain aircrafts, and maybe that accounts for some of the sounds.
That just that just happened, didn't it? And I had this saved on my phone to talk about this week in the news, but I completely forgot about it till you just said that. The earthquake in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that was super high on the scale and caused a huge boom that was like military testing that nobody knew about.
I hadn't heard of this.
Yeah.
I mean, that certainly is a possibility, especially because some of these sounds, they tend to gravitate towards area where there is water. And USOs, right? Similar to UFOs, but USOs in the sea, unidentified submerged object, has definitely been a big topic. UFOs coming out of the water.
I love that theory.
Yeah, has been a really big topic, right? That there's bases or, they're not from outer space, they're from right here and they live in our oceans, or whatever the case may be. Certainly the military has been responsible for some of those, probably a lot of those, with very interesting craft and stuff, but it's not something that we're unfamiliar with in general ufology, So maybe military aircrafts. We'll see. God, wait till you guys hear the final sound we're going to get into, because
it's crazy.
None of these fit. But we'll get there. Just hang in there. So shallow earthquakes also. So the earth moving and rubbing itself against itself.
Sounds kinky.
But yeah, the earth rubbing itself. And making these sounds. Now, it's not necessarily that, of course, we know earthquakes, we're familiar with them, right? But maybe these are, again, shallow earthquakes, so not impactful enough to be like a full-on earthquake, but when it ends up rubbing together, it kind of makes the rumble, and then the noise kind of echoes off into the sky with really nowhere to go.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe for some of them.
Maybe for some of them. Weather, okay, so weather from distant storms and wind made worse by atmospheric ducting. Do you have any idea what atmospheric ducting is?
Kind of makes the atmosphere kind of makes a tunnel for the sounds to travel through. I don't know.
You know what? You're very close. So a lot of our charter communication stuff is so high up in the air, it kind of creates when you take those two cups and you put string in it.
Yeah,
it's our infrastructure, the shit that we've built can do that and can make sound travel super far away. And it's just, you just so happen to have a storm at the right place at the right time. And all of that noise, not just the thunder itself, but the winds and stuff end up traveling and then creating these weird noises in areas where it is very sunny.
Okay.
Right. But I don't like this one.
Why?
Because these noises have been happening since the beginning of time. So it doesn't explain that.
There wasn't an atmosphere at the beginning of time?
There was, but we didn't have wires and shit in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep. So maybe sometimes. Again, a lot of these for me, it's maybe sometimes.
Right, that could explain some of them. Especially if
Solar,
there's like a huge like Mother Nature thing going on.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that there's probably some truth in all of these, as well as a truth that we're unaware of.
Mhm.
And again, I have a good reason and a good influence when you guys hear it. But solar CMEs, that's another one. Solar CMEs is like the sun is having acid reflux.
Okay. Continue.
So it's like burping off fucking hot molten pieces of itself and spitting it off into wherever. And whenever it gets near us or, it tries to enter our area, this creates strange noises that we're unfamiliar with that we don't hear all the time.
And the
Maybe
horn of Helm Hammerhound shall sound in the deep at one last time.
and the sun's just like, man, I need some Tums. Tum to tum tum. Yeah,
man.
that's the sound we end up hearing. It's the fucking Tums commercial in the sky.
And kids, that is how I met your mother.
This one is my favorite one. Okay. So gas escaping from the different areas of the earth. Again, because a lot of these are heard near water, gas gets trapped like kind of between the solid part of the earth and the water itself and needs to come out from somewhere. So essentially the earth is farting.
I can see that.
Earth farts, yeah. And and not just with water where water meets land, but just different areas, different pockets of air get stuck and it gets pushed out and we hear it in the sky as a fart.
Makes sense. I mean, there's a liquid, a solid, and a gas. And there's a whole periodic fucking table that are from natural resources. That makes fucking sense to me.
And they all come together and make apocalyptic sounds.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what the fuck?
I can get behind that one.
Because, we don't, earth farts.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably what that is. And we're all freaking out for no reason. The earth's just having a good laugh.
Back to your first, podcast tagline, the world is a serial killer.
Yeah, it's alive and it's a serial killer. Well, in this case, it's just a teenage boy. It's like, yo, did you hear that one?
Right?
Did you guys hear that?
What up, Steve?
They're like, that one's still going. It's been 3 weeks.
Chad, you're so fucking annoying.
It's not scary. It's jovial. We should be enjoying the earth parts. And then this one, the most ridiculous one of them all. This is what my notes say. Avalanches.
Shut the fuck up.
Come on now. Yeah. Come on. Listen.
In Cincinnati?
Right. Are you fucking shitting me? I mean, okay, so you have an avalanche, which is snow falling from the mountain, right? Coming. I don't need to explain avalanches to you guys. And then you have a landslide, which is an avalanche, but like with dirt instead of snow. But still.
I've never heard a landslide sound like that.
Well, and you know what? Even if that's the case, you're telling me a fucking landslide's going on for weeks at a time?
Right.
In some cases? At the same time every night?
Mm-hmm.
In some of these situations, that's what's happening. They're hearing these sounds. You have these small towns that have these strange noises, and it's like just in the evening. Just from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. all night long for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then it's gone.
It's like Silent Hill when the siren goes off at the exact same time all the time.
Yeah.
And it's that horrible apocalyptic sound.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah. And, you're telling me that these people, that any of these explanations are good explanations for something like that.
No,
Because,
but I do like the earth farting one.
I do like the earth farting too. That's my favorite so far. But yeah, these sounds are so varied. I mean, again, some of them, maybe, but definitely not all of them.
No.
And this is, certainly a phenomena that we're seeing, again, across the entire world. Another one is like industrial work, with different types of digging and stuff. If you dig into the earth so far, that noise can travel, or even like factories, but you're talking like factories in places that have factory noises but don't have factories to account for that noise.
Right.
In most of these cases, it never gets solved where these sounds are coming from. There's just there's speculation, and this is kind of that list of speculation and kind of what they go through to kind of check mark those box, right? Was it a loud boom? Okay, it's not a meteor, right? Was there a lot of giggling? Okay, it's not farts. And they're just kind of going down the list. But I didn't really get into this phenomena until I had to. Not for really lack of interest or anything. Just I was very unfamiliar, with these very specific topics until it was necessary. And we're getting there, but first, this is my first foray into the phenomena. So I was here. I was probably an investigator at that point. Well, you know what? I wouldn't even have called myself an investigator. I was helping make a Mothman documentary.
Okay.
I'd probably been doing it for about 2 months. Okay. It's the middle of winter. It's 2019 going into 2020. Okay. And all of a sudden, around 6:30 in the morning, there is this strange grinding noise happening in the area. And it was odd. And it sounds like, again, what you would think like a factory would sound like. But there's factories, but I've never heard anything like this before. I heard this personally. And everybody's talking about it. Everybody's on social media talking about it. But what was real fucking weird was that my ex-mother-in-law was also hearing it at the same time and posting about it on Facebook. My ex-mother-in-law lives in Florida.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And so I was like, what the fuck? Now, I'm in the throes of moth mania at the time. This was like the very beginning of me being like, something weird is happening in my life. All these weird things are happening all the time, and I should probably be paying the fuck attention. So I'm like, what is this? Now, because I was very unseasoned, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't document anything, but you could definitely find it. Again, it was all over social media. And eventually, a couple hours later, news comes out that the strange noise that everybody heard happening there was a car that was hit by a train and it was being dragged across the railroad tracks.
Did that actually happen?
So it did actually happen, but how was my mother-in-law hearing it in Florida?
Okay, well, this is my next question that's even scarier. Did they need a reason for it, so they made that happen?
It could be because nobody was injured. Nobody was in the car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was an abandoned car on the tracks that was hit by a train. It was so weird. It was so fucking weird. And I still don't get it. I mean, I did go and like try to search up like other people reporting on this, but I didn't really, I guess, know how to like look into something like that. I was not like, I didn't have a smartphone until 2019. Like I was not tech savvy. I had no clue what to look for or how to do it. But I did find a couple of other posts from people in different states, but it didn't seem like everybody in between here and Florida was hearing it.
Okay.
And again, I'm in Ohio, just in case you guys forget. So I don't know. It was very weird. But I was busy with other stuff at the time and just kind of didn't really put too much focus on it. And, kind of now, 6 years later, it's a little too late, right? Mm-hmm. But another couple of years passed, and in 2020, this is where you guys are going to hear what I have. In 2020, I'm on Twitter, okay, back when it was Twitter, and people are posting about this strange noise happening in a town in Texas. Okay. This was in Bryan, Texas. All right. And they're posting videos of these strange noises. Now, the very first one I saw, I think it's the I'm going to post the full video. You guys are going to hear the full thing in this episode, but there's like multiple clips that I have for you. Go link in the description. Go listen to that. Let's just go ahead. I guess we'll get into it. Let's go ahead and play some of that sound. Yeah, that is terrifying sounding.
Yeah.
I was very afraid listening to that initially. Now, the very first one I saw, I believe it is the first clip in the video, and it sounds like it starts off sounding like a kookaburra,
Hmm.
and then it goes off into this like horrible screaming noise.
So
Like,
on that one, I literally wrote, wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Weirdest sounding thing I've ever heard.
wow, that's pretty high praise.
Like that was like an animal, but a scream, but like metal. Like I don't know what it was.
It's fucking
Yeah.
weird, and that is exactly what I thought, about it. Of course, hearing it, and people are like, "Oh, it's La Llorona," because I believe that was big at the time. Like that movie had just come out, and
Mm-hmm.
people were really talking about it. And that scream, I mean, that scream is horrible, but it sounds like a fucking bird,
Yeah.
and then it sounds like a scream, and it's like, what in the fuck is this? Now, as I'm kind of documenting it, there's a guy who went live on Facebook and was like in his apartment, in his second story apartment, and he's like listening to this noise. And eventually he leaves his apartment and goes to try to find it. I don't think he ever did. But I definitely have to give him lots of credit. While he is filming this, while this is going on, there's also like a storm in the area.
Oh
So
yeah, because they were talking about the lightning.
right. And so there's a storm in the area, and all these videos that I have, I've put them together into a collection, but they're just ones that I'm finding as I'm like researching this in real time. And so there's a storm happening in the area. So he didn't leave his house right away, but as he is like filming outside and stuff, and the lightning hits, the area, there's like weird shapes in the sky. It's weird. Like it gets fucking weird. So what some people are saying is happening in these videos, and what it is that we're hearing is that there's a local factory with a pipe that lets off steam, and when it lets off the steam, this is the noise that it makes.
Okay.
Okay. And at first I'm just like, oh, okay, well, all right, that makes sense. There's no video of this pipe letting off the steam,
Mm-hmm.
but it makes sense that it is horrifying for people. And, if they're unfamiliar with it. Well, I had made a post on Twitter. Like, it's fine, guys. This is just a factory pipe. You don't have to be afraid. And a woman messages me. Now, who knows? Who knows if, what she said was accurate, but she said, I work there.
Oh, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah. She was like, I work at the factory that they're talking about. The steam it lets out every single night. This is not coming from that pipe. I'm not there tonight, but when I go into work tomorrow, I'll take a video of it and I'll show you. It doesn't make that noise. And she did. Sure enough, she made good on her promise. She took a video of the pipe, and sure, it's letting off steam. It doesn't sound. I mean, it makes a sound, but it's like a train whistle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this. So it was weird. And then, like I said, the shapes in the sky and stuff that kind of came out after the guy's live stream when he couldn't find the noise. And they're just they're weird. It looks weird. And who knows, it could be pareidolia, just the clouds, because there were clouds and things of that nature. But this is one of the strangest things I've ever come across. And really, I mean, that's as far as it got. I mean, I wasn't there in Bryan, Texas to, really investigate, but I did try to stay on top of it and ahead of it and ask, relevant people, relevant information.
Mm-hmm.
The woman coming forward that worked there, that was kind of because I was ready to put it down and just go, obviously, this is just a pipe.
Right.
And it was not. It did not end up being a pipe. I don't know, man, because it sounds alive.
Yes. Yes, it does. Because do I have anything else relevant in these notes that I took? Like, there's one of them. It literally sounds like an older monster movie, like Banshee scream.
In one of those videos.
Yeah, and one in your collection from
Yeah.
the Bryan, Texas. And I
Well,
think it was like the one you sent me. It was the second clip.
okay. That was all. That's all the clips that I could find of the noise together.
Hmm.
Um, I couldn't find anything else after that, and maybe they exist, but like that was what was so fascinating to me, was that I got to watch this happen in real time.
Right.
These people, actually experiencing this noise from different parts of the city, and it's different parts of the city because it's different volumes.
Hmm. And if you like watch the video, like you can see the storm, and the storm's in different places.
Yeah, it was just really crazy. I always refer to it as my sky dragons, even though I guess most dragons are in sky, but especially with the clips of the photos that are out there, and maybe I'll it's all on the Patreon for sure.
Hmm.
Because I believe I was able to kind of post that more in real time as it was happening as well. That's how long the Patreon's been around, but same Patreon. If you guys sign up for it and kind of see what my notes were and things like that, feel free. Um, but yeah, it's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. That's terrifying. I would shit my pants right there.
Yeah.
Right there with everybody. It'd be not a good time for any of us.
Like it sound okay. So the ones in Bryan, Texas, they sound like literal screaming, but like in the different clips from like the different parts of Texas, like one sounded like I said, the banshee in like an old horror movie. Like another clip, it sounded like screaming, but it sounded um like the screams you get on those ghost shows from the recorder.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the old static, like bad speaker, you know what I mean? And then it would like, then you have the animal scream, and then it was the weirdest fucking shit.
Right. And that was another thing too. If it is a pipe letting out steam, why is it not happening in a very specific pattern?
Right.
Because it's not. It's varied. But it seems to have somewhat of a pattern. Like I said, normally it makes like the bird noise.
But like the pipe letting out steam, like everybody knows what like a kettle sounds like when it goes off. A pipe letting out steam would just be like a louder, more elongated version of that.
Well, if unless it's like a fucked up pipe with like
Oh,
holes
I
and stuff
guess.
in it. I mean, but even still, it would be more of a straightforward sound.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't really change like that.
Right.
It's so weird.
It is.
It's a very weird one. So this has inadvertently become a part of my life. A couple times now, and nothing since then. Nothing since 2020. That was the last time I had an experience with anything even remotely close like this. Was investigating that bit, as well as I could, being so far away. But very interesting. And then of course it's never been heard again.
In that place.
Nope.
Weird.
I've never come across anything that even remotely sounds like that anywhere else.
No.
So I mean,
It sounds completely different from all the other videos we gathered for this episode.
yeah, and it's fucking weird. I don't know.
And trust me, there's no like shortage of videos. Like you won't find one that sounds like that.
No, it's very strange. But yeah, go check out that video, the whole video. It's not very long, but it
Like
is
4 minutes or something.
yeah. And most of them I'm like screen recording off my phone. I think
Oh
all
yeah,
of them
you
I
can
had
see
to.
it. I forgot.
Yep, I had to screen record them because I was just catching them in real time and
Hmm.
just trying to gather it up before it was all gone. I'm like, what's going on here? But yeah, they were saying it was a pipe, and then there was never any like news reports about it or anything. And this was heard all over the fucking town.
And in Florida. No, that was yours, right?
Yeah. Mine
Okay.
was in Florida. This one was Bryan, Texas.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Are you going to tell me that was earth farts? Because that would be hilarious.
Those are crazy farts. They must have ate Mexican.
Them Taylor Farms farts. I don't know. What do you think? Do you have a theory about what, just not that sound specifically, just these sounds in general? What do you
I,
think about them?
I don't have a theory. They're all so different. And then the fact that they can be heard like around the world at the exact same time, like that part gets me. I don't know. I have no idea.
One thing that was really strange about the phenomena with the sound that I heard myself,
Hmm.
um, is, like I said, I think that there were people that didn't hear it,
Okay.
even though they're in the same town. And
Just like picks and chooses?
yes.
Okay.
So one thing that was happening at the time that we were kind of discovering were, because this was all I was researching at the time, was Mothman.
Mhm.
Again, I didn't do this in any type of professional capacity. I was just interested in Mothman because we were making a documentary about it. And one of the things that kind of kept occurring with group sightings is that you would have entire groups of people where some saw it and some didn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that was always very very strange to me. And that was kind of where I, started delving into like the trickster, the idea of like the trickster, and things like that, where the phenomena is just kind of playing with you. So, I don't know. In that case, maybe it could have been that. Maybe, fuck, I don't know, man. Maybe it was just a car being dragged by train tracks, and I'm just a crazy person, and I want to believe. But I just don't buy that. What a fucking coincidence would that be for her to have something similar happening at the same time that was happening to us?
Right, exactly.
That's too. Come on, that doesn't
Mhm.
happen. But like I said, maybe it was. Maybe it was going through and picking and choosing. It was my turn and some other people's turn for whatever reason, and here we are still talking about it.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I it's cool. I like it. Does it scare me? Not really, because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it
So I
hasn't
don't
hurt
know.
anybody yet.
Right.
As far as we know, like
Do
nobody's
I
come
think it's an
forward.
apocalypse? No.
Right. I
Do I
mean, we've
think it's
already.
something like that's naturally being done? Yeah, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. Why? Oh well, and like I said, I genuinely think it's a collection of things.
Mhm.
And I think that each one is case by case, depending on what that is going to change because they're all so different. It can't be the same thing if they all sound so different from each other.
Right.
You would think anyway. I don't. I don't know, but it's a fun topic. I mean,
It
so
is.
far, what's that?
It is. It's
Yeah,
definitely a fun topic.
yeah. I mean, so far we've learned that dolphins are a lot more dangerous. So,
It could have been dolphins. Maybe that's what dolphins sound like when they're getting raped against their will.
dolphin rape. That's terrible, but it could be. And rape is no laughing matter.
No,
So,
not even if you're a dolphin.
not even if you're a dolphin, and you deserve it because you also raped before.
Right?
Getting raped.
Unless you're a good dolphin, then I'm sorry.
Yes, then you don't deserve that, good dolphin. We support you here, good dolphin.
Right?
Gosh, So I don't know. Have you ever heard anything strange from the sky?
No. No, I don't think I have. If I did, like I've seen strange things in the sky. That's not like a UFO or anything, but like I've never heard anything strange.
Well, maybe tonight you should go out and have a nice sit. And I don't know, maybe you'll hear something.
Dude, I sit all the time outside because it's quiet here. And
Yeah, you
maybe
might.
like does it always happen in like city areas?
It depends. Sometimes not.
Like it's so quiet here at night, like you hear nothing. Like if there was something in the sound for like hundreds of miles, I'd be able to hear it.
Yeah, no, it happens everywhere. So
Hmm.
just might not be your turn yet.
Yeah, it's definitely hasn't been. It's probably like, well, we've let this girl see so much shit. It's not her turn to hear stuff now,
She doesn't need that influence in her life.
right? Be
I
like,
needed that
thank you.
Yeah, I still didn't really like believe in any of this stuff when I heard it. So
Mhm.
I was still like, there's some explanation here.
We just don't know what it is.
Well, I don't know. Mine was fucking weird. I don't get
Yours
that.
is weird. Like the fact that she heard it too from
Yeah.
that far away.
Yeah, it was like I wouldn't really, that was the thing about it. Even when I heard it, I really wasn't thinking much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was 6:30 in the morning. I was getting ready for work. Like I'm busy. I
Right.
didn't really think anything of it. And then I get to work and I'm on social media and sure enough, there she is posted about it. And I'm like, oh, this is weird.
Hmm.
so then it got me kind of interested, but and I was freaked out, because, like I said, I had a lot of weird stuff happening in my life at that time.
Right.
So, and I was just kind of, I guess, in denial of it all still.
Okay.
So naive to the strange at the time. And
Is that when you had your Mothman encounter?
it wasn't. I know I had my Mothman encounter years before I even started fucking with Mothman.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. And didn't believe it then either. I was like, yeah, just super high. Because I was really
Right.
high, but I have never seen anything like that since, or while high, or that was
Mhm.
never, I wasn't on anything that would have influenced something like that. So
Hmm.
I don't know. Just like I said, in denial, because I didn't believe in any of this stuff. So I was like, that didn't happen.
Right.
There's some explanation there, but here we are, and now it's
There's
my
some
life.
shit that I could go back on and like say the same thing. Like, yeah, that didn't happen. Well, like my kids saw it too.
Right, it did happen. You're like, oh fuck,
Right.
Yeah, the friend's house I was at. I mean, she knows I was freaked the fuck out. She thought it was hilarious, but she didn't know what I didn't tell her what I'd seen,
Right.
but she just thought I was being high and paranoid,
Mhm.
and she was just like, "You need to chill out. You're fine."
Right.
I was like freaking out.
Like, bitch, no, I'm not.
I was like,
Did you hear Godzilla this morning?
don't leave." Right. But no, two totally different events. So, yeah, I don't know. But
It's
yeah,
weird.
what
It's
do you
cool as
guys
shit.
think? Yeah, what do you guys think about the sounds? Comment on the video. Once you listen to it, what do you think that is?
Have
What
you
do you
heard
think?
one? SubmitWeird@gmail.com.
SubmitWeird@gmail.com. Let us know your strange sky noise story, and maybe you have, and you just didn't really think about it at the time. Because, like I said, I really wasn't either. I was just like, okay, something's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dayton. Something's always
Right.
happening. um, but yeah, tell us all about it, or come share with the Facebook group if you want. If you want to get personal with people, we're pretty open over there. So yeah, I don't know. Any final thoughts before we end it?
I wanna hear like other people's. Like, send them,
Yeah,
please.
we
They're
know you
so
got them.
interesting.
Yeah, we know you got them. Tell us what you heard. Describe it. Um, so all right. Well, with that being said, guys, we'll see you back here next Wednesday.
Bye.